my weird way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophy. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, I'm on my weird way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophies. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, killing my verses, living my purpose. Yeah, healing my burdens, giving my service. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Gorilla Cross Radio, streaming live on the Gorilla Cross app. I'm your host, Quan59. We just got our Instagram live, so if you guys want to check out our pre-show, make sure you guys jump over and follow at Unnamed Sports Show on Instagram, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff there now and in the future. I got my man, just in time, Josh Williams, back in the building. And it's his birthday week.
Hey, listen, I like what we're doing over on Instagram. Instagram, you know, has always been my favorite app ever since that horrible Facebook accident of 2012.
I thought you were going to say you love having a birthday week.
You know, it's birthday week.
Okay.
There's nothing else. You know, you enjoy it. I'm going to Dre's on Sunday. Come out, see me at Dre's. If you're a lady, you get in free. If you're a man,
You
good
pay.
luck.
You pay.
Good luck.
Wow. So, I thought there was like an age limit.
What, a Dre's?
Yeah. Which
No.
you hit like 36. It's done? Or no? Are you the,
Not in
are
Vegas.
you that OG in the club?
No, that's the sad part, because we're in Vegas.
you get those-
At home, when I went to the club in DC last week, yes, 1,000% feel like the old dude. Vegas, you be in there, it's like, man, he got gray hairs, lots of them. You don't feel bad. I don't like it. That's why I don't go that much anymore. But
Yeah.
Dre's still Dre's. As long as I got someplace to sit, I'm cool. I ain't doing laps. Not doing laps around the club no more, Quan.
All right.
Those days is gone.
Make sure you follow us on all social media at Gorilla Cross and at Unnamed Sports Show. Follow us right now. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Gorilla Cross. We're going to be doing a lot of exclusives there and exclusives on IG. We just got off IG Live, actually. If you're watching live right now, please share and like and give us hearts and give us thumbs ups on the video feed if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube. Chime in, let us know where you're watching from, wherever you're watching from, and we will shout you out on the show today. We have a lot to talk about in the UFC, the NFL, the NBA. Let's jump right to it, Josh. Breaking news about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Your man.
Oh.
You guys got like the same hair color.
What? No. He went back
He has, like,
to
pink hair or
he
something
went,
like
he went
that.
back to the blonde. He went back to the blonde.
But
I
your
think.
boy from the former NFC East.
Yes.
You're glad to have him out, though.
I'm glad he didn't go back to the Giants. Well, you know what?
wasn't going
No,
back
if he
there.
would have went back there, he would have imploded the Giants again. So I wouldn't have really been
Can't
that mad.
implode an implosion.
No, but you can scorch the earth. You can't do that. Odell Beckham signing with the Rams. Does this make them the official Super Bowl favorite, Quan?
It needs to, because they just traded for him. They signed him. They just traded for Von Miller. They traded for Matthew Stafford in the offseason. They should be the favorite for the Super Bowl, because if not, what did you do all these moves for? They have to win the Super Bowl. It's not even making them the favorite. It's making them, you have to win the Super Bowl. But that road to the Super Bowl is going to be tough, because Monday Night Football, that's going to be their first loss with Odell Beckham on the team, because they're going into San Fran Clara, and that's going to be a tough game because Jimmy G's going to have a breakout game.
Okay. All right. I like the confidence. I like it. You know, even if it's ill-fated, I like the confidence in the team. You have stuck by the team, even though you said they were going to be 16-1, or was it? Yeah, 16-1.
Doesn't matter what I said.
Yeah. It was something.
That was before the injuries. I said if there's injuries, it might look a little different.
There's always a caveat.
I mean, listen,
That's a
if
big
half
caveat.
your team's missing year after year.
But the Packers won, and they had 75 people on injury reserve when Aaron Rodgers.
They didn't win last week.
No.
And Aaron Rodgers wasn't there.
Yeah.
He was coughing.
I don't know if he was coughing.
Well,
he was coughing up something else.
He didn't have the
nonsense.
He didn't have the cure.
Oh my goodness. Well, do you like these new super teams making their way over to the NFL? You know, we've seen it in the NBA probably the last 13, 14 years, starting with the Boston 3 party. But now with it moving over to the NFL, you know, you see it with, well, the Chiefs I wouldn't necessarily call a super team. They drafted that team. That team pretty much came together
so they're like the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, yes. But the Bucks, you know, you look at the Bucks, bringing in so many players, then being able to reclaim all those players, bring them back for another Super Bowl run. And now you look out west and you see the Rams doing it. Do you like seeing teams do this?
I love it. And in the NFL, it doesn't last that long. So it's still a gamble because everyone's at different positions and there's so many injuries in the NFL. You don't know if that's going to work. Even with the Rams.
Yeah.
Stafford could go down Monday night.
And it's a wrap.
It happens all the time, you know, and I don't even know who their backup is, but he's not as good as Stafford.
Let's just say he's not relevant.
Yeah. So with that being said, I love it because year after year, you're going to have really good teams.
Yeah.
And then you can have those other teams that surprise every year. And, you know, the Rams and the Bucks should be the two teams in the NFC Championship, right? I think those are the two teams everyone's looking at. Those are the two best teams. Bucks just won the Super Bowl. Everyone's expecting the Rams now to win it, or at least they have to get to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
I think you got to fire the coach if they don't. Like, they got to go if you don't make it to the NFC Championship. And I think there's only 3 teams, and I hate saying one of these names, but the Rams, the Bucks.
The Raiders?
No, I'm talking about NFC.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind saying the Raiders.
The Rams, Bucks, and
I don't want to say it. They got
Cowboys,
blown out this week, but the
Cowboys.
Cowboys, those are the 3 teams that I think have a legit shot of winning, being in the NFC Championship.
Not the Cardinals.
I don't trust the Cardinals.
That's fair.
I
feel
don't
like
trust them right now, especially losing J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray in the playoffs, that's going to be a different story. That's going to be a different story, especially if they face a team like the Rams with a defense like that.
Yeah.
Which they've already beat the Rams, but that's
not now.
It's going to be different. So
not Vaughn and Aaron on the same line.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous.
Like, they're literally building a Madden Ultimate team right now.
Yeah.
They really are doing their best.
They are. So yeah, I like it. In the AFC, well, there's teams, but yeah, go ahead.
Man, well, I look, you know, let's just jump into it. You know, we can go through a quick standings check-in for each division. We can start here out west since we're in a city that has a team. Starting with the AFC West, the Chargers are 5-3. The Raiders are 5-3. Chargers have the advantage because they beat the Raiders. The Chiefs are 5-4, and the Broncos are 5-4. We said that this division was going to be better, but we did not envision it being this tight, this late.
Yeah, it's about halfway through the season right now, and everybody's pretty much tied up.
Yeah.
Chargers and Raiders both have byes already.
Yeah. With a lot of divisional games still to come. So every single player in that division is alive.
Yeah.
Do you now? 2 weeks ago, we were saying that the Chiefs are probably dead. Do we still, now looking at this, do you think the Chiefs still are very much viable option?
No, because the Chiefs barely beat a Green Bay team without Aaron Rodgers. Barely. I mean,
yeah.
And they did everything. I think Green Bay did everything to make sure Jordan Love didn't have a good game. The coaching was horrible.
Yeah.
So if they would have did any good coaching in that game, I think they beat the Chiefs, and we're looking at a 4-5
instead of
Chiefs
5-4
teams. So they barely beat a team that was down and out. You know, a team you should have blown out.
Did Jordan Love look good in that game?
No,
I didn't catch it.
No,
he didn't look good at all.
And so they barely beat them. I think it was 13-7. Right, they beat them 13-7. Wow. Still can't score. So I think they're in trouble. I think the Chiefs are who they're going to be this year. Yeah, and they're not going to do much else. But they are in a division that
is it's open.
The Chargers are a young team.
Yeah,
the Raiders, same thing. They got a little older.
They're young.
They got a
they're
little bit
young
older.
in spots and then older in spots too.
Well, they got older with cutting their 2020 first-round picks and then adding 55-year-old Deshaun Jackson. So they got a little, but I think that's actually good for the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think that move's actually going to be good for the Raiders. So with that being said, I think it's going to be a fight between the Raiders and
the Chargers,
because the Broncos, a lot of their games have been, just easy team wins. And then the game against Dallas, nobody expected that.
Yeah.
But last week in the NFL, everybody was losing. That was just an upset team.
Yeah.
Shout out Jose V in the building. So here's the cool thing. The Super Bowl's in L.A. You know what I would love to see? The Rams versus the Chargers in an all-L.A. Super Bowl in L.A., meaning guaranteed a team that plays in that building
is going to
win the Super Bowl in that building.
That would be cool.
And it's very possible to happen because the AFC right now, to me, is up in the air.
Is open.
There's no
giant.
There's no team that I just see like they're guaranteed to go. Even the Ravens being 6-2, it's the Ravens. They have to play the playoffs still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Bills, I think they're still, to me, the best team, even though they took a weird loss. But I said,
they've been
last week was a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Everything was weird in the NFL last week. So I'm just scratching that whole week.
Well, talking about the Bills division, the AFC East. The Bills are number 1 at 5-3. The Patriots are 5-4. The Jets are 2-6, and the Dolphins are 2-7. Weren't the Dolphins supposed to be good this year?
They're supposed to be great.
This was their year.
Tua, he doesn't have a Fitzpatrick behind him anymore.
No quarterback
so he can do whatever he
controversies.
wants. He's out again. With the finger. Brissett's starting.
Not a bad backup though.
Not a good backup.
But I mean, still, you're 2-7. Your season's over.
They're done. They're done. They're a horrible team.
That's terrible.
Jets are. I'm not sure why the Jets don't play in the CFL.
Sorry, Jose V is a Jets fan, right? And then I know some of my friends out there are Jets fans. I'm sorry, Jets fans. It's rough when Jets fans look at your team. Me being a Washington team fan, and they're like, man, I wish I had your problems this week. You guys really got problems. But the Patriots, as much as we've maligned them and talked trash about them all year, they're still right there. Belichick is Belichick is a great coach, probably the best coach of all time.
They're right there. I'm not worried about them.
I don't think they're going to do anything.
They could make the playoffs, but I don't see them being a contender for the Super Bowl at all.
Until they start stealing people's tapes.
So I'll give you my top 3 though. I will go with and Raiders lost a tough game, man. That's a game you have to win, especially when you're at the top of your division.
Can't lose
at that time. You can't lose that game. That was a game they should have won, but like I said, there's. Whoa. All right. I didn't know Matt Barkley was still in the league. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Matt Barkley's starting the game for the Panthers this week.
So, just let Cam start. Who cares?
He knows no plays.
Who cares? Just run. Grab the ball and run. You took that same team to a Super Bowl.
It's a new quarter.
Grab the ball and run.
It's a totally different system.
Grab the ball and run. They don't have a system there.
We know you don't know the plays, Cam. It's fine.
Grab the ball and run. My top 3. I'm still gonna put the Raiders.
This is for the title.
Ravens and the Bills.
Okay, that's not a bad 3. That's fair. Yeah, because all we have left on that is the AFC North.
I don't trust the Steelers either. Titans without Derrick Henry. I mean, they won last week, but I still don't trust them. You didn't put that on there.
I sure did.
I don't trust them without Derrick Henry the whole, for the rest of the season. I don't trust them being a contender.
Can I just say how excited I was to see Adrian Peterson get that touchdown in that game? Like, I was like, please put AP in. Like, because it wasn't, the game was pretty much already decided, but that touchdown sealed it. And, for him to get that touchdown, for him to still be in the league, he still looks like Adrian Peterson. He's still hitting holes, Quan. And he's still running hard. I think he definitely could mess around and catch Barry Sanders by the end of the season.
Ooh.
which is crazy, but
we'll see. I mean, he should get a lot of carries, being there without Derrick Henry. But so we'll see. But yeah, NFC, what we got?
The NFC, we can start out west again with the Cardinals being 8-1, the Rams 7-2. Ooh, and then it gets ugly. The Seahawks and Niners both 3-5. This was supposed to be the best division in football, Quan. It is still ultra competitive, but injuries. When you look at Seattle, injuries to Russell Wilson. When you look at your team, injuries all around both sides of the field. It's been tough, but they still have two of the best teams in the league, really. Like, not even just the conference, but
even the teams
league
that are struggling, the Niners and Seahawks, those are teams people don't necessarily want to see. That's not like a bad team,
Yeah.
And so even saying that within the division, playing them, it's going to be a tough time, Rams, on Monday night, going in there. But even last year when 49ers were hurt, we were playing the Rams good. We always play the Rams good. So I think it's going to be a tough task for them this Monday night. But that division is still tough. But, of course, with the injuries, anytime you're missing so many players, it's always going to be tough. But the Cardinals and Rams. So now with this trade, Rams only one game, behind the Cardinals. I think they need to definitely win the division. And I think we'll see the Cardinals kind of not fade off, but I think, the second half of the season, I think the Rams definitely will have a better record than the Cardinals when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
maybe only by one game, and it might be a game against each other.
Sure. And not only does that one game mean that we get to play at home, but they're probably playing for home field advantage throughout the playoffs as well. So, taking that loss and jumping from not only did we get a bye to, we didn't win the division, so now we have to go on the road and we're the 5th seed. Man, that's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. I don't care who they play.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the NFC East with just sadness outside of Dallas.
Well, and this was a division last year that nobody wanted to win. Everybody was trying to, be under 500.
Lose it.
And the fact the Cowboys already have 6 wins, when last year I think the division was 7 wins to win the division, right?
Yes. 7-9.
7-9 for your people.
Is what we needed
for your no-name team. So that being said, I mean, the Cowboys are head and shoulders above everyone else in this division right now. Second best team, it should be Washington, but it's not.
Yeah.
Just a really bad division right now.
We are, and and there's quarterback issues abound, from Jalen Hurts in Philly to Daniel Jones in New York to Taylor Heineke in DC. So
whoever they got out there.
I'll say this: the Cowboys continue to look good despite their poor performance on Sunday versus the Broncos.
But that was a horrible game, especially when and everyone's like, well, Dak just got back. He only missed one game.
Dak should have sat out another week.
He probably should have, especially against the Broncos. Like, that's a team you should have beat. But beyond that, like, the defense wasn't stopping anybody either. So not only could you not score, but the defense wasn't stopping them.
They could not.
It was just an all-around horrible game.
They could not stop the rookie running back out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop him.
I don't know what was going on with that game. But every game you're watching, you just couldn't believe with your eyes, going back to the Bills and the Jags.
Yeah.
There were so many crazy games that it just didn't make sense.
You're like,
that all these good teams
gonna cover that.
Are struggling against bad teams,
Yeah. Everyone got caught in the trap this week.
So that's why I feel like we forget about that week. We erase it. Nobody remembers.
That's fair.
And then we move on from here. And so I will say Cowboys are still, like I said, there's 3 teams in the NFC to me that have a chance. And Cowboys are one of them.
Yeah. As long as they don't, they did just lose, I believe it was Randy Gregory, for a few weeks, their sack leader. So as long as they don't get caught by the injury bug, because every team, obviously, your depth starts getting challenged if you start having multiple injuries, especially at certain positions. But as long as they stay relatively healthy, they should be fine.
If you want to call in and give us your input, who do you think is going to be the best in the second half of the season? Hit us up, 702-608-3259. The number is scrolling along the bottom of the screen as well, so make sure you guys call us. Let us know how you feel. 702-608-3259. Follow us at Unnamed Sports Show and at Gorilla Cross on all social media.
Next up, we've got the NFC South, another really tight division. The Bucs are number one in the division, former Super Bowl champs. It's 6-2.
Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. Defending.
Defending.
Yeah, if you want me to start getting my Bruce Buffer. The number 2 seed is the New Orleans Saints. They are 5-3, which is insane, truthfully. The Falcons are 4-4, and the Panthers are 4-5. Really a masterful job Sean Payton has done in New Orleans, keeping that team afloat after losing not only Drew Brees to retirement, but they haven't had Mike Thomas the entire season.
And he's not going to play the entire season.
He's done now.
He's done. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's insane. For them to even be able to keep that afloat is crazy. They still have Kamara, which is by far a lot, but
But I think with them being 5-3 right now, I think they can go 3-4 the
Down
rest
the
of the
stretch.
season. Yeah.
3-4 and
7 games left, right?
Well, hold on.
No, more than that. There's
there's 9 games left.
9 games left.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, because they have 8.
So there's 17 games.
Yeah, 17 games. It's still messes.
I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think they'll still end with a losing record.
Think so.
I don't trust them yet.
I mean, I still think they're better than the Falcons and the Panthers. So
definitely. That whole division is horrible.
Yeah, I don't know their schedule, so depending on how many more games they have against them, they should win most of those. But the Bucs, you don't think the Bucs have a chance to repeat?
Yeah.
You had them in your 3.
Yeah, Bucs, Rams, and
Cowboys. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
And 49ers.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Bucs go back. I truthfully wouldn't. I'm cheering for Tom. I ain't got nothing else to cheer for. I might as well cheer for somebody.
Now, a lot of people will cheer if your team isn't in it. They'll cheer for their division still.
No.
There are a lot of people like that.
Sure.
I know a lot of people like that.
Okay.
Maybe not your division.
Yeah,
your
our division
hates each other.
We hate. There's deep-rooted
my
hate.
division, I don't hate the Rams. So if they got there, but if it's the NFC Championship, I think I'm rooting for Tom Brady.
If it's Rams,
Bucs,
okay.
I think I'm going for Tom Brady.
Okay.
I just want to see him just kill every
record.
nobody will ever be able to catch him.
Yeah.
They already won't be able to. There's no quarterback that will ever have this many Super Bowl wins.
They haven't met our sons yet, Quan, and you never know. It's still out there.
I haven't met any of my sons.
They're still inside. They're waiting to be unleashed on the world.
Unleash the Kraken
on the world.
Wow. The whole world.
Last up, we got the NFC North, which is, again, another situation where it's the Packers and everybody else. The Packers are 7-2. The Vikings are 3-5. The Bears are 3-6. And the Lions are 0-8. The Lions, it's a sad situation for Detroit.
You ain't lying.
I hope that they can figure it out. I really do like their coach.
What's there to figure out? There's nothing to figure out. They're just not a good team. They traded a great quarterback, and thank God they did, because he was stuck there, and we see what he's doing now. They had years to build around him. They couldn't do it. We've seen the Rams even not just build around him, not just already have a team that he went to.
They had a team.
But they've built around him even during the season.
Yeah,
They give him a new receiver. They give him a new defensive player.
Yeah.
Like, they've built around him just like that. Obviously, it's L.A. It's a little bit easier to convince people to go there.
Sure.
But for them to be this bad for so long, he had Megatron there. I mean, and you didn't treat him right. It's just a bad organization. You're not. And how many people do they have to go through? Can't keep blaming Matt Millen a long time ago. There's
Matt Millen gone.
He's been gone. So it's like everybody.
Those 7 receivers he drafted.
But everybody is a Matt Millen. Everybody's been a Matt Millen. Maybe not as bad as him, but they're not doing anything good at all. And when you have high picks in the draft every year and you're still bad, what are you doing? It's just a bad franchise. And we have to watch them in 2 weeks while we're eating turkey in the morning. And I hate that. I wish they'd rotate them out of.
No.
Get them out of there. Nobody wants to watch them.
Quan.
All those old people that used to watch them back in the day, they're dead. They're gone.
Wait. Quan. Why do the Lions get the game every year? And the Cowboys?
Because they're horrible.
No.
I don't know, and I don't care.
All right, well, I'll give you a quick history lesson. I know we got to get off the air quickly. The reason that they get the game is because when the NFL decided, I believe it was back in the 60s, that they wanted to make a marquee game and do it on Thanksgiving. This is when Thanksgiving was a huge holiday for families. It still is, but like this is Bible Belt and everybody going to church.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
before we
in the
all
60s.
found out.
Yeah. And so the only two teams that agreed that they would play were the Cowboys and the Lions. And so the
they
NFL
grandfathered them in.
Yeah. And so when the game started to catch fire, then they were like, they will always have a home game for that game. So that's why they've allowed them to keep it. So no, it's history. You don't shake history. You leave history alone. Well,
shake the history because the Thanksgiving history is now known. So shake history.
You know, it is what it is. They have been rotating. They've been rotating. They're giving us a Thursday night game too.
Ooh.
So, you know, they're trying.
Get the Lions out of there. Nobody wants to wake up to that travesty.
The mac and cheese isn't even done yet, and they're already done. The game's already over.
Especially being on the West Coast, like that's like morning time, so we're waking up to
that game's already over.
Like why? Why is this
game's already over?
Lions are down 30 going into the fourth.
Shout out to all the Lions fans because I know there's a lot of Lions fans on the feed right now.
Barely.
No,
2 or 3.
No, there's actually quite a few from the Madden League.
3.
No,
Madden League.
Yeah, there's a lot from the
Madden
Madden
guys, but pick a new team. Which the funny thing is, because I know Jamal's been going crazy. He hits me up every time.
Yeah.
Every time Stafford does something good, man, I need to get on the show Monday. I'm like, okay, 3:00. Oh, I train.
Hey man, he's training.
That's fine. But don't be saying you want to get on the show if you're training.
He wants to talk. He wants to talk about his
Jamal
guy.
does have a fight coming up in December.
Yes, he does.
9th or 10th?
Whatever that's
first week. First or 2 weeks. First week in December.
Yeah.
But anyways, there are a few. But they're all jumping on to the Rams right now because of Stafford. So they feel like they're winning right now because they can look at their old quarterback and be proud of him, which, hey, that's cool. That's cool. I watched the Chiefs a lot when Joe Montana went over there.
Yeah.
That was a different story. Joe Montana had already won a lot.
Yeah.
But if it's a player like, dang, man, like we love this dude, but we know he's not going to win here.
You still cheer
and you got to let him go.
Yeah, you still cheer
Then it's a little bit different because, like, look, man, go win and we still feel you.
That's being a good fan, and I'm sure Detroit fans are used to their guys retiring. So to be able to see your guy possibly go win instead of just dying on the vine and
Barry Sanders
waving.
Probably should have asked for a trade and went somewhere else.
He did. He did.
Are you sure?
He almost went to the Redskins. Swear to God.
There was almost every team because it was almost Niners too because he retired and he was able to come back after a year.
Yeah.
And he chose not to. So
he was done. He was once he said he was done, he was done.
Yeah.
But
that's the sad part that you see. You didn't get to see him go somewhere else and
break the record
and win it,
Lord. Anyway.
Just like Knights fans with Fleury. Go win in Chicago. A game, please. Please win a game.
Win a game.
They fired their coach, by the way.
Yeah, they're it's bad in Chicago right now.
Oh yeah.
It's the United Center is tumbling down.
Well, a lot of people quit over there too.
Yeah.
They forcefully.
Yeah. A lot of people wish they quit.
A lot of people were asked to stop.
I can't. I hate you. All right, moving on. Let's move on to the NBA. We're gonna take a quick look at the NBA standings. First off, we're gonna go out to the East because my Wizards are the number 1 seed in the whole NBA East right now, the Eastern Conference. The Bulls are number 2. Shut up, Quan. The Bulls are number 2. The Nets are number 3. The Sixers are number 4. The Heat are the 5th seed. The Cavs, surprisingly, are the 6th seed. The Knicks are 7, and the Bucks, the reigning champions, are 8. Now, that being said, all of these teams 1 through 8 are separated by about 2 or 3 games, so it's still very, very tight. The Hornets, Celtics, and Hawks are all still bubbling under the surface. The Hawks are a little bit far back, though. They're I think like 4 or 5 games behind to start already.
Yeah. My bad. I'm calling you back, Goose. I did not see the phone ring. I got this whole thing in front of it.
Now, just quickly, who do you think stays in that in the Eastern Conference and who gets bumped.
Now the Cavs actually did this last year. They started off really well.
Did.
I think they were like 12-2 or something.
They were something crazy.
It was something crazy. And so when that happened, I knew they weren't going to stay there. And I'm going to say the same thing about them this year, which they are better. I think Kevin Love's actually played almost every game at least, which is
He's
rare.
Played a game.
It's rare for Kevin Love to do that. But I think out of all these teams right here, they fall out. They won't be a playoff team.
Yeah.
The Bulls and Wizards are going to come back down to earth. They're still good. I think they could easily be a 4 and 5 seed.
Yeah, they're top five teams. I think.
Definitely. But then the Bucks aren't going to stay at number 8.
No.
So the Bucks are definitely going to rise back up there. But yeah, Bulls, Nets, I think might, depending on what happens with Kyrie. We talked about it on Instagram Live. Kyrie, depending on what happens with him, either getting the poison or actually getting traded, But we do got my man Goose on the line. Goose, what's good?
What's good with it, fellas? What's popping, man?
My bad. I have my paper in front of the phone.
Yeah, I said, man, Quan screening calls, bro. that was my thought, man. But no, man, happy birthday, Josh, man. Happy birthday to you, bro.
Thank you so much,
yes,
bro.
Indeed,
I appreciate
man.
that.
Yes, indeed, man.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. I know y'all talking a little NBA right now, man. Heard your NFL segment right there. Fire stuff right there, man. I actually like your Wizards, Josh, to make the playoffs. I do. Not to remain at number 1, but I like them to make the playoffs.
Now can you see them a top 4? Do they stay in the top 4?
I mean, it is the Eastern Conference, but like we said so many times, the East is a little bit more stacked than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
Of course, with the emergence of the young Bulls coming through, the Cavs act like they want a playoff spot. I highly doubt they get one, but they act like they want to get one. So they'll make it interesting till All-Star break, and then they'll be the Cavs again.
Yeah.
After that, man, I really like it's a legit question that you can ask. Can the Wizards be a top 4 team? That's legit.
Yeah.
I really believe that's legit, bro. I really do.
Josh mentioned it. Josh mentioned it on Instagram when we were live for the pre-show. Is Bradley Beal's not even playing like Bradley Beal yet, and they're still winning like this.
No.
So wait till Bradley Beal starts playing like Bradley Beal with this team around him.
Absolutely.
And I told Josh when that trade happened that this was going to be better for the Wizards because they got 3 really good role players that will flourish outside of LeBron. LeBron needs specific type of role players,
and they weren't really. They really weren't it.
Yeah,
truthfully, not in.
And them being on the Wizards, you've seen them. You've seen even Kuzma still makes those mistakes, but he looks like he's free now, right?
Yeah, no, and Kuzma's been playing well. He's been playing well. Gafford, now that Gafford's kind of come back and gotten healthy.
I love that kid.
Yeah.
I love Gafford. I thought he was going to be available. I'd have loved him in a Laker uniform.
Man, the game that I went to, Gafford had like 15 and 12. He had 15 and 12 that game.
The kid is sneaky nice, bro. Sneaky nice, bro.
Yeah.
I really believe, yes, he is.
Plays defense, you know what I mean? And so we finally are starting to get a defensive identity on the team, and then the team is much deeper. I think if Danny, the draft pick from last year, does anything, and then also you got Achimura coming back in now. He still hasn't even been playing. He's been out with, whatever the deal was with him. But if he comes back into the fold and he's giving you 10 to 15, there's a lot going on. There's a lot. They do have a very deep team. So we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the East is going to be somewhat of a bloodbath like we've seen in the West here in recent years. I believe it's going to be that way in the East this year because everybody got better. The entire conference got better.
Yeah.
So I really believe it's going to be somewhat of a bloodbath in the East just like it is in the West.
And see, Goose, this is why I like the play-in game because there's teams right now. So the top 8 teams out of the top 8 are the Hornets, the Celtics, and the Hawks who went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
That's right.
So there's going to be a battle.
Right.
And I would almost like to see a couple more games for the play-in game, maybe more of a tournament style. instead of just a one and done.
Yeah.
For some of these teams, which it still kind of is, because if you lose and you're the higher seed, you have to play again.
Yeah.
So I like the playing game, and I'm glad they're bringing it back. I'm glad they didn't give in to King LeBron and take it away, even though LeBron was trying to get that out.
But listen,
I think with this happening, with seeing so many good teams in the East and West now, because there was times where there was teams sneaking in the East that had no business being near the playoffs.
Sure.
But this year,
do you guys remember that year? Not to cut you off, Juan. Do you remember that year that the Bucks made it and they won 35 games?
Yeah,
and they won 50?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro!
Can't do it.
Come on, bro. You can't do that. You can't have that. You can't. And I know I was one of the folks that I wasn't a fan of the play-in at all. Maybe I got to see it again, on the go round.
I love it
to really, get it. Right now I'm on the fence with it. I'm not opposed. I'm not with it. Maybe I need to see it again.
That Laker Golden State game, that was one of the highest rated games of the season, even including a lot of playoff games.
I'll say this. I'll say this, Goose, about the playing game. Your team, we all have teams here. You guys are both Laker fans. I'm a Wizard fan.
Right.
You do not want your team. You want your team to at least get 6. You do not want your team to be 7 and have to deal with that nonsense. Because
the seeds be dangerous,
man. Because that 9th seed is a scary situation. Like that team has nothing to lose. If they lose, their lottery.
Grizzlies.
You know what I'm saying?
Ask the Golden State Warriors just how dangerous the Memphis Grizzlies are.
Exactly.
They'll tell you.
Exactly. So it's kind of one of those things. So I like it. I like it for an excitement factor. But I do not like it as a fan in terms of if your team is in that situation. Now, if your team's the 9th seed and you get a shot, God bless. But if you got the chance to be the 6th seed or higher, be the 6th seed or higher. That's all I'm saying.
I think too, it makes the regular season much more meaningful.
Yes,
because you got teams that kind of coast through the regular season, and the Lakers are a prime example of it. They've done it for years. Coasted through the regular season, even in the three-peat time. They were content with being the 3rd and 4th seed, winning 52, 53 games, and getting to the playoffs and turning the switch on.
Yeah.
So we've seen it before, even long before this even became a thing. So for that reason that you mentioned, John, I'll go with you. I'll go with you there on that. Again, maybe I just have to see it in action again for me to be fully on board. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and we got the Raptors right there in the East. You got that young kid that's tearing it up right now.
In the Raptors? For the Raptors?
Yeah. Scotty Barnes.
Scotty
20 years old, and dude just looks ridiculous. Come on, man.
I already told you who my rookie of the year is. I told you who my rookie of the year was already. It's Chris Duarte. That's who I'm going with for the rookie of the year. I love that kid, bro.
Okay.
I love that kid, bro. I really do.
There's a lot of good rookies, though, but Scotty Barnes, I mean, he might be the best Scotty of all time in the NBA.
Oh, God.
He could be. He could be. Look, I wouldn't argue. With you.
Man. Oh, my goodness.
Terrible, bro.
All right, well,
that man is on his period, bro. He is on his period.
He's on his period.
He is, man.
He is menstruating, bro. He is menstruating.
He said, what is worse, playing with a flu game or a bad back game?
Hey,
come on, man.
Josh, what's worse, a bad back or a flu? Because Pippen played with a bad back.
No, truthfully, it is a back. Truthfully.
Yeah, but Jordan had to carry him on his back while he had a bad back.
But that being said, Scotty has said many a time he was just a decoy out there. Like, he couldn't do anything.
Josh, is Scotty just trying to sell a book?
Yes. And look, and my thing on Scotty too is I feel like he called Michael because you haven't heard Michael say anything. There has been not one Michael rebuttal. There hasn't been anything about it. I feel like Scotty called Michael and was like, look, I'm going to have to say some wild stuff. So, we good, but just know the wild stuff is coming. Because, okay.
I'll give you 10% of my book since you gave me 10% of my career.
That was good. That's good. But,
I think he should have stayed with the Sonics and tried to win one with Gary Payton.
Oh gosh, no, he would have been trying to win one. He would have been trying to win one with Dell Ellis and Xavier McDaniel
and Detlef Schrempf.
Right,
exactly.
And Jack Sigma.
Oh my God,
Ricky Frank Brokowski.
No, not Frank.
Oh my goodness,
Mister, I get thrown out of game in 30 seconds.
Vincent Askew.
And thank Michael. Just thank Michael,
and
man.
Sedell 3.
Bro. That's all you
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Quan went back.
That's terrible.
Quan went back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Look,
he did.
I gave you Detlef Schrempf. That was about as no. Chris Gatlin was on the Warriors. That was
that was Warriors.
Gatlin was on the Warriors.
That was like 90.
Yeah.
But let me go ahead and go through the West right quick. The right now the Warriors are the 1 seed. The Jazz was the 1 seed last year. They're the 2 seed this year so far. The Suns still playing really well. They're the 3. The Nuggets are at 4. The Mavs at 5. The Clippers at 6. Your Lakers at 7, and the Grizzlies at 8. Who stays in that and who gets bumped? Right now, the Blazers and Kings are the only ones that are even possible to pop in.
Oh wow,
the West is tough too, man.
The West is tough too. It is very much so. I think that could possibly stay as is, just as far as the teams, not the seedings, but
not
as far
the seedings.
As the teams. But it can get flipped around a lot. That can get flipped around a lot, bro.
Now,
really
I picked the Clippers at the beginning of the year before the season started to not make the playoffs because I don't think Kawhi's coming back at all.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Tyronn Lue's a good coach.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's going to be rough for them to hold that.
I think he's solid.
Yeah.
We'll see. He got their luxury is that they're pretty deep guard wise.
Yeah.
So I think Ty Lue has that going for him. And I actually think he can coach these guys up. I really do.
And how soon
it'll be fun.
How soon before Dame Dalla asked for a trade because they're not looking good right now.
No, they're not.
No.
And he's not going to want to stay there. I do not see him staying there
right now.
He's not looking good.
He's not looking good.
I don't think he's there. I don't think mentally he's there. He knows all these teams ahead of them. Like I can't do any. There's nothing I can do. I can't play any harder myself to defeat all these teams in front of me. Listen, man, I think he needs to ask for that trade to Philly.
Yeah, because I think you've gotten all you can get out of C.J. McCollum. I think he's
that's it,
ceiling,
man.
Bro.
That's
I don't think he gets any better. I don't think he gets any better. I mean, they tried, to bring in some pieces with it. They brought Robert Covington in, to kind of spread the floor a little bit, and I don't think they're getting any better.
The only moves they made this. The only moves they made this offseason was losing Carmelo, and we see what he's doing in L.A. right now.
Melo is getting loose.
They got Covington. They got Larry Nance Jr. They did not do anything. If I was a superstar, you did nothing to appease me, to even tease me. You didn't even tease me.
Not appease or tease.
Not peas or tease.
At all. No peep show, nothing.
Gonna want to retire like Drew Brees. He started smoking all those trees like
God. See, he kept going. He kept going.
The wordsmith right here.
My goodness.
Rock him the God MC right here.
Gonna be looking like Damon Stoudemire and Rasheed Wallace in that Escalade getting pulled over.
Ouch.
With J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith, J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Ryder.
Oh, ouch.
Now, your Lakers, Lakers got a huge win yesterday in overtime versus the Heat.
Yeah,
do you feel like that game is something that you guys can start building momentum, or is it going to kind of still be
it's back and forth because then we play a bad team and then lose to them. So that's the problem with the Lakers right now. But listen, Lakers are still trying to mesh. We were missing a lot of players last night, Goose. And Russ was missing game-winning threes with Carmelo wide open. Why does Russ keep shooting the last shot with Carmelo wide open when Carmelo's actually hitting shots?
Right here.
Just waiting. Carmelo was waiting.
Right here. Hands are ready.
I can't believe it. And I put it on I want to say I put it on Jose's feed last night.
Oh yeah.
While we were while I was listening and watching the game. And I love Russell Westbrook, but the same exact reason why I love him is the reason why I hate him.
Yeah.
You like slow down, bro.
Slow down.
Like slow down, dog. For real. Like, but I understand too that he can't.
He doesn't know how.
That's not how he plays basketball. Yeah. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how.
And that's not going to change now at the age of 32.
No,
it's not. It's not. And the Lakers had at one point, I want to say at one point in the fourth quarter, they had 19 turnovers, bro. Was the graphic that I saw.
That's not going to get
like,
it done.
How do you just constantly turn the ball over like that? Like, that doesn't – come on, y'all.
And Russ has I don't mind when people turn the ball over if it's, like, within the action. Russ turns the ball over when, like, that pass shouldn't even been a thought.
Right. Exactly.
And then he always has at least one layup a game where he's going to the hole so hard and so fast that the ball just flies out of his hands into the fifth row.
Yeah. Or it doesn't even make it on the rim.
Yeah.
It gets stuck. It gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. Like, come on, bro. Like,
and I had a Heat fan tell me that the only reason the Heat lost is because Jimmy Butler went out with an injury during the game. But I had to remind them the Lakers were missing LeBron and a lot. Like, we were missing like 5 or 6 players.
Jimmy didn't even suit up, did he? I saw him in street clothes.
No, he played in the first quarter, got hurt, went to the locker room at halftime, put on his jumpsuit.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, he played in the first quarter, got hurt. I'm not sure if there was a Jokic brother in the stands and he threw something at him.
It's possible. It's possible.
But did you see Jimmy Butler? He wanted to fight Jokic. He had plenty of time right after the hit. He was right next to Jokic. Once they separated him and had 30 people in between them, then he got a little gangster.
I mean,
he realizes he realized what we already all know. Those Eastern European boys ain't nothing to fool with, dog. Don't fool with them, bro. Just stand down, bro.
They've lived through genocide and poverty that we will never understand. So to call them soft is not the right call.
Don't do it,
bro. We think we grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
We did. A lot of us grew up in the hood, right?
Their country is the hood.
Their country is the hood, bro.
Bro, we've never had missiles go over, ever, and wonder where that joker's going to land. That's never, ever once happened in an American situation.
Yeah.
Never.
Yes. But
just leave them boys alone, man.
There.
Leave them alone, bro.
Yeah.
Leave them alone, bro. Where is he from? Humboldt, Texas? Leave it alone, bro. Like we know, look, bro. Look, we know you from Texas. Look, I got all my entire family is from East Texas, bro. I know how. We call it Beast, Texas. I know to get down.
Beast, Texas.
But it ain't over there, bro. It's not the same.
He's not the one, bro. He's not the one.
It's not. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stand down, bro. Stand. These dudes created a Twitter account for you.
That's crazy.
Like, think about it, bro.
They're not messing around.
They created a Twitter account just for you to go back and forth with you.
Man, when does Miami and Denver play again?
I don't know.
Oh boy, I gotta look at that schedule.
Not for
whatever I'm doing. I'm not gonna be doing it that night.
Yeah.
I don't think for a little bit.
Look, whatever I'm doing, I won't be doing it that night because I'll be watching that basketball game.
Man, for real.
No question.
But all right, man, it's a long season. This is the beginning. It's only November. But Goose, thanks for calling in. Yeah, check out Goose.
Absolutely, bro.
Every Saturday, 2 p.m. right here on Gorilla Cross. Every Tuesday, 6 p.m.
Yes, indeed,
or 6:05 whenever he walks in. On Gorilla Cross.
Right. You know me. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Good show, fellas.
Thanks, Goose. You take care, bro.
Excellent, bro. You know it.
All right, man. So we got to wrap it up here.
All right.
We have a lot of UFC happening.
You want to save it for?
We'll save that for Monday.
Okay.
Chaos Williams should be in the building with us on Monday. My man Mo Williams will be in the building as well. But I know you got to do some Airbnb stuff, man. So
I do. You want to hit the pop culture quickly? We can.
Yeah, let's play this video real quick
because that's crazy.
So set this up for us.
All right, so we've got a AAU or a club basketball game. My ladies of my AAU program sent me this video a couple days ago before it went crazy viral. But a player is shooting a young female is shooting a 3-pointer. A young lady kind of comes up underneath of her. She's not able to land. She kind of comes down on her ankle a little weird and ends up falling on the young lady that was underneath of her. And then this ensued.
A little blurry, folks.
We're doing what we can. Come on,
there
TMZ.
She goes. She gets the ball.
Pulls the shot.
A little
roll. Okay,
and then pushed her down when she fell.
All right.
They get up. They're walking back. Boom!
Oh my goodness!
Don't.
But wait. That.
Will you marry me?
Oh well, no, I'm not gonna marry you.
Hi, Paris.
And I know that girl was kind of bigger than the teammate that stepped up and said, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah.
Listen, man, you gotta
You
gotta swing on her, bro.
The worst part about it is there's reports that said the mom actually said, "You better do something to her."
Oh, and that's what
triggered it. I'll say this as a coach.
And if you're gonna do something within the basketball game.
Sure.
Do something within the basketball. There's so many little things. You can set a hard pick. You can
You can
go
elbow.
for a rebound and give an elbow.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
You can quietly trip. There's quiet trips. There's quiet trips.
There's so many different things you can do in a basketball game to get your revenge without it being a blatant fight.
Not the Grayson Allen trips, but the quiet trips in traffic where no one really sees the feet. But yeah, as a coach, look, I'm all for sportsmanship. I'm all for the betterment of these children. But if you place your hands on my kids like that, I'm letting my kids go.
And what would you do if you heard a parent say something to the kid on the other? Do you go to the parent and talk to them? As an opposing coach.
I've had words with parents before, and it sucks because you all listen. Jay-Z said, two people, one crazy person, one sane person yelling from a distance. You can't tell who's who.
Yeah,
they both look crazy. So that's the hardest part when dealing with irate parents or parents that are doing things that aren't right.
Yeah.
Because me coming out there and saying, "Hey, that ain't right," and then I get upset. Now you're pulling me out of character, and now I'm looking just as crazy as you are, and that's I don't want that in any shape or form. So it sucks, but it sometimes it has to be done.
Talk to that parent afterwards, away from people. Because you don't want your kids to see that for sure if you're a coach.
I know. And then you do it in the parking lot. It just is one of those things.
Maybe you just follow them to the parking lot, see what kind of car they drive, take a picture of their license plate, follow them home. Nobody
Stalker
sees. RX. Shoot their tire out on the freeway, and if they flip, they flip.
Throw coins in the air, when you get in front of them.
You just never know.
But yeah, that was crazy. When I saw that, I had to put that in for pop culture. The other part of pop culture, Bill Maher says the Black National Anthem before NFL games is promoting segregation. And I know we got to get out of here.
The white national anthem did that for a long time too.
And I think the reason that this even comes out is because I've heard actually, from black people, from a lot of white people, there's a Black National Anthem, and it's yeah, it's been around for 60 plus years, and it's about uplifting and it's about coming together. It's not about pushing people apart.
Yeah.
And the song is lift every voice and sing, not just black voices, not just white voices, not just Spanish or Latino or Asian.
Yeah,
every voice.
Latinas
as well. But it always is funny to me when I hear people give hot takes in situations like this, and it's did you actually really do any kind of research? Did you even read the lyrics?
And I need to see the context of how he said it, but
sure.
He's known to try to say things to get attention, but usually not on that end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it was interesting, so I saw that on there as well, and I was like, all right, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Wish we had a little bit more time to dive in.
We went on Instagram and did all that. If you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you do it.
Do it.
At Unnamed Sports Show. If you don't know how to spell it, it's on the screen. If you don't know how to spell, you don't know how to spell. You shouldn't be searching anybody anyways. But make sure you check us out there because we do a pre-show every Monday and Thursday before the show. So make sure you check us out there on Instagram. Follow us, like all of our stuff. We'll have more content up soon once we get these little intern people, little intern humans.
If you have college level or even high school level people out there that you'd want to get in here and help us out and, are interested in getting into media in any way or production, please DM either of us or hit the show and ask questions. Because we'd love to do more and continue to grow the network and our show as well. So please, by all means, do that.
Do it. And happy birthday, Josh, once again.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
We'll have birthday lunch on Monday.
Yes.
Let's do that Monday.
That sounds good.
So we'll maybe start the show early.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to see Chaos' schedule and
that's true.
All that. So hopefully watch UFC this weekend. It is the Max Holloway card. It's going to be a dope card. Chaos Williams is fighting. Anytime he's in town for a fight, he's in the studio on Monday. And we get to watch the fight with him before we do the show. So that's always fun, watching the fight with the fighter after it already happened. So let's go get this win. He's fighting Miguel Baeza, who is a really good fighter who fought in the same Contender Series as our boy Jamal Hill. So we're looking forward to that because I think that's going to be an amazing fight. Both really good fighters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Chaos get a first-round knockout again.
Let's go.
I think he's due for one of those quick 30-second knockouts. So
get him out.
Let's see what he can do. And then, he can come in the studio injury-free and give us good interview and good conversation here on Monday. So make sure you guys check us out. We'll be on our normal time unless things change. We'll let you know what's up with that. But follow us, download the Gorilla Cross app, and we are outro.